Well, hey there, and welcome back to Meaningful Moments with May, a space where we get to explore the inner pathways to abundance, alignment, and authentic living. And I am your hostess, Mai Calev, and today we're diving into something that every one of us faces: fear. Fear often shows up quietly as doubt, hesitation, overthinking, or the voice that whispers, "What if it doesn't work? What if I fail? What if I get hurt?" Fear is a natural emotion and it's part of our survival system. But when it's in the driver's seat, it doesn't keep us safe. It keeps us stuck. Fear says, wait until it's perfect, or I'm perfect. Play it safe. Don't take the risk. So let's kick this episode off with a discussion on how fear blocks our hearts to love and blocks our creation of greater abundance. Fear is one of the biggest blocks to abundance, not because it's bad or wrong, but because it often stops us from taking that next courageous step toward what we truly desire. So today we'll unpack how to understand fear, how to transmute the denser energy of it, and to transform that energy into something more beautiful, a guide toward your most abundant life. And here's the truth. We will always have some fear because fear is a protection mechanism designed to keep us safe from harm. But we can learn to discern between a real fear and a perceived fear and overcome it. You know, the very definition of the word overcoming is to get the better of in a struggle or conflict and to conquer and defeat. Overcoming fear is the first step to abundance. And that's because abundant energy can't flow where fear energy built a wall. So when we listen to our fears, we start shrinking. We avoid the very steps that lead us to the expansion and growth that will align us with the greater abundance we desire. And abundance isn't something that happens after fear disappears. And the same goes for love. It happens when we choose to recognize the fear and move through the fear anyway, and instead of letting fear hold us hostage. So the energy of fear and the energies of love and abundance are two sides of the same coin. And you're either choosing love and abundance or you're choosing fear. And we make these choices every single day of our lives. Think of fear as a contracting, constrictive, heavy kind of energy. It makes us tense, small, nervous, and hesitant. Love and abundance, on the other hand, are expansive energies. These energies feel light, they feel open, trusting, life-giving, and flowing. You can't receive expansion while holding on to contraction. It's just not possible. So like I said, the energies are opposite sides of the same coin. And fear isn't your enemy. It's energy. It's a vibration. It's information. It's your system's way of saying you're expanding beyond your comfort zone. But here's another truth. Love and abundance do not live inside your comfort zone. They live on the other side of it. Many people think fear means to stop. But what if it actually means to grow? Every time you feel fear around something aligned with your heart, like starting a business, expressing your truth, or opening yourself to love, it's usually a sign you're about to step into a higher frequency of abundance. And in my book, The Light That Shines Through the Fields of Fear, which I released years ago, I get right to the energy of fear and how it impacts our lives. And you can find this passage on page 2 if you have the book, and if not, you can order it on my website, maicalev.com. Fear is paralyzing. Fear prevents us from moving forward with our dreams, goals, and desires. Fear blocks the heart from loving fully, expanding and feeling pure joy. Fear brings discomfort into the cellular structure of our bodies and minds. Fear rips apart the cohesive structures and fabric of our souls and has destroyed entire families and societies. Fear blocks. Fear stifles. Fear keeps us in judgment of others. Fear darkens the soul and snuffs out the light. See, when we hold on to fear, fear of failure, fear of not being enough, fear of losing control. We close the doors to possibility. But when we breathe through fear, when we meet it with love and courage, that door of possibility opens. So there's a real hidden cost of letting fear lead the way. When we let fear lead, we shrink, we play small, we trade our authenticity for safety. And that decision to stay small has a cost. It costs us our joy, our creativity, our freedom. And abundance isn't just about money or success. It's also about feeling alive. And fear, when left unchallenged, numbs that aliveness. So let's discuss what it means to meet fear with awareness. And the first step to overcoming fear isn't forcing it away. It's noticing it, naming it, befriending it. After all, there are varying degrees of fear. So just gently ask yourself when you're feeling fear, what fear is present in me right now? What is it trying to protect me from? Is it telling me the truth or just keeping me in the known zone of what's familiar? Fear loses its power when it's brought into the light. Shine the light of awareness on it. And this is the beginning of freedom from fear. So let's talk about something I love. And that is turning that fear energy into fueled energy, the kind of fuel that will move mountains. Love and abundance require courage, not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act even when fear is present. Here are some steps to help you turn fear energy into fueled energy. Step 1, breathe into the fear. Instead of pushing it away, allow it to move through you. Breathing melts resistance. It takes you out of the sympathetic nervous system of flight, fight, or freeze to the parasympathetic nervous system of create, rest, and digest. Breathing stills your mind, allowing you to hear your own inner guidance and truth. That's your inner truth. Step 2, reframe the message. Instead of this is scary or dangerous, shift this to this is new, and new can be exciting and expansive. Step number 3, take one brave step. Courage and self-confidence grow when you move, when you take that courageous next step. Each small energetic action step is a signal to your nervous system that says, I am safe to expand and grow. Remember, fear is often the loudest right before a breakthrough. So let's take a few minutes here for a guided grounding meditation or reflection, releasing fear and inviting in abundance. So if you are able, remember I say this all the time, do not try this if you are driving. You can always come back to this episode to experience this exercise when it is safe to do so. So I'd love for you to gently close your eyes and take a slow, deep breath in through your nose like this, and exhale through your mouth like you're blowing out of a straw. Let's do this a couple of times and really ground a calming breath into your being. Breathe in again through your nose and release. And one more time, breathe in deeply and gently and release. Bring your awareness to your heart space, to your chest. Notice if there's any lightness or heaviness in your heart space. Don't judge it, just notice it. Take another deep breath in. Release it slowly through your mouth. Now imagine that fear energy as a small, dark cloud sitting over your heart space. And with each exhale, this small, dark cloud begins to dissolve and soften and fade away. Take another deep breath in and release it slowly, dissolving that dark cloud over your heart space. Now in its place, as we breathe in, a warm, loving pink light starts to glow with every deep breath we take in. This light carries with it love and abundance, abundance of health, abundance of wealth, abundance of joy. With every breath you take in, it expands greater and greater, filling every cell of your body with space. The space that surrounds you starts radiating with this warmth and love. Gently whisper to yourself, fear does not control me. I choose love. I choose trust. I choose courage. I choose abundance. You can whisper this to yourself as often as you need to. Take one more slow, deep, grounding breath in. And as you release it slowly through your mouth, feel the shift in your heart space, the soft opening, the quiet power. And when you're ready to, gently open your eyes again. Fear will always knock on the door when you're about to step into something greater. And you can learn how to discern the fear energy that shows up for you, whether you feel it's protecting you or preventing you. But you don't have to let it lead you unless you feel it's genuinely protecting you. That's the beauty of all of this. The more you sit with your fear energy, the more you can recognize its purpose, the quicker you can recognize the energy of it and transform that energy. Is it keeping you in the known zone? Is it truly protecting you? And when you walk with fear hand in hand, not heart in chains, you step into your highest potential. When you meet fear with an awareness, love, and action, abundance has an opportunity to flow towards you in magical, meaningful ways. Fear doesn't mean you're off track. It means you're on the edge of expansion. So today, let fear be your teacher, not your limiter. Let it guide you back to courage, back to trust, and back to abundance. Because abundance begins the moment you choose love over fear. All right, so we are already in the full swing with the webinars that I'm hosting, from self-doubt to self-trust and building unshakable confidence from within. And there's still time to register for the remaining 2 webinars. And if the dates and times don't work with your schedule, just feel free to register for one anyway, and you'll receive the instant replay. So thank you for sharing this meaningful moment with me today. If this episode spoke to you, please feel free to share it with someone who might be standing at the edge of their own expansion and growth with fear blocking their way. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, remember, courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision to rise through fear anyway. So keep choosing courage, keep choosing love, and keep choosing abundance. Bye for now.